Welcome back to part 2 of Smeedia and Kartboy23 Hangout sessions on the Wave podcast. Here is a quick recap from last episode.
This intercooler in this car has molded end tanks. So, previous life, that is the exact development path of a production car, and they're spending money on tooling and they're getting ready, and slowly more production parts make their way to test mules. Like,
if you could get a WRX 1 week and then all of a sudden go, you know what? I'm going camping. Like what Patrick was saying, I want to, let me try out an Ascent this weekend. I'm going to go camping with a bunch of friends who are out of town. And now I need that third row,
Subaru doesn't really have competition anymore. Like the Evo is dead, right? What are they competing with? It's not the Supras. Those are on BMW level. They're not competing with the BRZ and the GR86. Like those are in their own. So Matt, tell us how things have been with the RS.
Wait, Matt?
The RS6?
Yeah,
They've been fine. I don't know. The car that I hated Tanner owning the most was the Aston Martin.
The Maserati. I never had an Aston Martin.
Or yeah, the Maserati, yeah.
The Maserati.
Oh my God.
That car
That
sucked.
reminds me of
being your friend
Bentley.
during that.
dude, just never own a Jaguar.
Yeah, you never want to have a car like that.
The RS6 is fine.
you have a
just,
car-
we can't roll in a group because he drives too fast.
What else are you supposed to do?
I'm amazed you haven't gotten tickets, dude. I don't know.
What have I done?
Yesterday was terrible.
What? When I launched it in the industrial district?
No, we couldn't even catch up to. I was like, bro, I'm going 60 and a 35 right now, and you're just
Speed
pulling
up.
away. I'm like, you're just casually going 70 and a 35
Bro.
the whole way home.
We all have those friends.
I don't have that luck.
It's okay.
Dude.
Do you not know how easy it is? It's so easy to speed
I
in that thing. You don't even know
I
you're
don't
speeding.
care. I don't have that luck.
Yeah.
I would
If
get
you go
pulled over.
fast enough, every speed limit sign is triple digits.
Yeah, but it shows
I'm with you, Matt.
the speed
I'm with
limit
you,
on the
Matt.
heads-up display.
I've been to
just don't
traffic
have the
court a
luck,
lot.
dude. Yeah,
I'm with you, Matt.
I
I've been to
haven't had a
traffic
ticket
court a
in, like,
lot.
6 years. Dude.
What do you mean,
Yeah.
man? You
won a
went
lot.
like 80 miles an hour past a cop 2 days ago. You
That
didn't
was
get pulled
for
over.
the vlog, dude. That was for the vlog.
Did you get
I
pulled over?
I want to
No.
hear everybody's worst ticket. I'm very interested now.
No, f that.
I'll go first.
Mine's not even that like thrilling, dude.
I got 94 and a 70, which was lucky because my
Ooh.
truck is 100. It's governed at 100. I was doing 100. Cop gave me a 94 because 95 and a 70 in Wisconsin is immediate loss of license.
Damn.
See, he was a nice
Okay.
cop. Thanks, Mr. Cop. I paid it. I was like, whatever.
Now,
That's
For
not
the
bad.
record, we have to clarify when you say that's what he wrote you up for, what were you actually doing?
100. I was doing 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
My truck has
Okay.
a
Okay.
gun
That's not-
around it at 100. I was doing 100.
All right.
Believe
That's
me, I
not
was
that
doing
bad.
That's
Okay.
as fast as it would go.
All right. Pat, what about you?
When I was, I want to say, by the time I was 20 years old, I had 25 tickets on my wall. My dad was not. a fan.
shit.
I
Are you
I have
the
a-
worst driver in the
One
world?
for every year.
Jesus Christ.
Man,
I
you
had
are
a-
single-handedly paving our roads.
Well, dude, my dad was a private investigator. His buddies were like, the prosecutors for Jersey City, and he was also my lawyer. So like every court case I went to, they just dropped everything and I just walked out. So like, it was
My God,
it was like
this
I was getting out of everything for a while, and then like the court started to be like, yo, like this is like the last time. Like, and so one of the last ones where I got really was my buddies and I were like driving around, and they were like, yo, we know this dirt lot by this pool, like let's it's this big open lot, like we can go rip donuts and stuff. So we go in there, we're all just like around taking videos. Next thing I know, 4 cops roll up, lights off, they just pull in, they're like, everybody's under arrest, you got to come with us, like whatever. So they take us, down to the station, and the guy's like, yeah, he goes, you want to know something interesting about this town? And I'm like, what? And he goes, the judge actually lives on the hill over the dirt lot that you guys were around in. And he goes, guess who called us? And I was like, oh my God. So we go to court, and the judge was there, and he's like, so you guys like ruining my backyard? And I was like, oh no. And yeah, I did not get out of that one very
Do
easily.
you still have the video?
I do have some videos, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Put those.
That-
You have to put those in the edit.
Post those up, dude.
Yeah. That was a bad one, dude. I did not like go to court that day. My
Hey,
dad was pissed.
statute of limitations. You can post it up now.
Yeah. One of our buddies showed up late, and as he was driving up, the cops were driving the other way with us, and they stopped, and they were like, "What are you doing here?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm just lost." And we we're like, "Turn around,
Get out of here.
yeah." Oh man, I had one like you, Mark. Though I got pulled over racing on the highway at 350Z, and I didn't have like radar, so I see him peel off 4 lanes and hit the exit, and the next thing I know, there's a cop, and I was like, "Oh, God,
Yeah.
Damn.
hate
My
that."
best worst one ever was actually right when COVID happened. Like the whole nation, shut down, this whole thing. And I was actually going late after work to go meet up with some friends. True story, going camping. And it was actually, weirdly enough, you'd think I'm in Colorado and Denver metro area, so we're going west. No, I was actually going east. So I'm going east out into the
I
plains.
thought you said Weast.
No, I'm going out east into the plains, and I had literally just built. Tanner will appreciate this. I just fully built my Outback XT Turbo.
Ooh.
That I had our good friends. Quick shout out to M45 in California. They built our engine, and I finally got through break-in, which I think anyone who has a built engine understands. You have to do that break-in process,
Nah, shit's a myth, dude.
No, I built it and sent it on the dyno, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So I'd been through the painstaking process because I'm anally retentive, accordingly. And I wanted to stretch the legs, I wanted to see what she could really do. And so I was out in the plains of Colorado, and according to the officer, he said he radared me opposite directions at 140. And I'm like,
No. Was it downhill?
well, that's interesting because, and in my head, I'm thinking I was getting out of it, but all right. That's what he claimed. Again, this is what the officer, So luckily, I foreshadowing, I put on my mask. This is right when the pandemic happened. So the whole thing, put on my mask. The cop pulled up, and first thing he said to me, he said, "Hey, first thing I want to say to you is thank you for putting on your mask. And the reason I pulled you over is all this, blah, 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 blah."
You're
And I
under
said,
arrest.
"Well, officer,"
By the way,
yeah,
put your hands
that was
back.
I felt that was my
Hey.
opportunity to patronize him in the moment. And I said, "Well, officer, you're out here doing a public service. I'm sorry, all this, and I didn't want to jeopardize you going home to your family, and the health and safety of everyone. So that's why I put the
I'm
mask
going
on.
100
And
Well, well, I
Yeah.
appreciate you being a kiss ass, but anyways, get the f in my car.
well, and I told him the whole story. I just built this car. I had a perfect straight stretch of road. For anyone who knows, in the eastern plains of Colorado, you have those kind of like dips and hills where you have these really long stretches for several miles of just straight flat, and then you have a little hill. And that was literally where he caught me. It was coming over the hill the opposite way, and he just saw me. I was like, well, and I think another thing that went in my good graces was I pulled over and waited for him against what
How do you
anyone
know
might.
he would have turned
think.
around to get you? What if he saw you
Yeah.
pull over and he was like, "All right, I'll go pull this guy over." What if
Yeah.
he
He
would
was
have just kept
coming the
going?
other. He was coming the other way, and I saw him as I was going over the crest of the hill, pulling around. So I
So
was
if he
like,
got you at 140, were you really doing like 160? What was happening there?
it was one of those rare moments where I wasn't even so infatuated with the actual number, just putting my foot down,
So did you get a ticket or not?
seeing what the car. I did get a ticket. he wrote me up for a 92 in an 875, which actually wound up being 1 point after I paid it.
Nice.
All right, I'm calling. Google says Outback XT was governed to a.
Got him.
Is this whole story?
Interesting
Is
you
this
say
real,
that,
Dave? Is this a
because
real story?
I actually asked my my tuner at the time, sorry, current tuner still, but a good friend. I messaged him one day, and I'm accustomed to cruising, I had been accustomed to cruising at higher speeds than what the car had allowed. So from the factory, Subaru's
That's a
speed
polite way to
control,
say you like to speed.
Yeah.
factory
I am
cruise control
accustomed to
will
cruise.
stop
Well,
at 92 miles
I'm
an hour.
known to go
Don't-
I know you.
don't
slightly
worry.
faster
Don't worry,
than
Mark.
double the speed limit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mark. I'm
Factory cruise control on a Subaru will stop at 82 miles an hour.
submitting a foil with the
If
city of Denver.
you
Gonna
have
find
your
out.
tuner
Find out.
adjust it, you can actually adjust that tune to have the cruise control set at unlimited speed. Well, I messaged my
200
good
miles.
friend
I know about that.
Go
Tuner.
ahead, bye.
I messaged a good friend, a tuner, and I said, hey, can you, I tried to set my cruise control at 130, it wouldn't set. And he said, well, that's because the cruise control will only set at 82.
The
And I
wheels
said,
are
can you
only about
fix that?
the 80.
And he
Can
said,
you
sure.
set my cruise control to 150 miles an hour?
So
I'm trying to.
he sent me, he sent me a log, adjustment tune via email.
My
He said,
God.
here's your tune. And so I drove home.
What
I hit 100.
gear and RPM are you at
Who the
150
fuck is your
cruising?
tuner? That guy is.
So I
that guy's
hit
scary.
100. I hit 110 miles an hour on the way home. I tried to set cruise control and it wouldn't set. And I was like, that's weird. So I sent him an email back and I said, hey, why does
Did
my
you do
cruise
this
control
while you were
not
driving?
set? Huh? No,
You
I didn't
sent
send
him
him
an
an
email
email
while
while I
you
was driving.
Why do you want your
no.
cruise control to be
And
capable of
so-
being set at
so I-
130 miles an
I
hour?
asked him.
That cop should have
I'll
given
get to
you
that.
more
I'll
than a
get to that.
ticket.
I'll get that. I asked him why my cruise control wouldn't set. And he said, hang on, let me check.
He must.
And so he gets on his computer and I hear him typing in the background. He goes, oh, my bad. I set instead of your maximum threshold at 200 miles an hour, I set your minimum threshold at 200. So your cruise control will not work until you hit 200. So do me a favor, on your way into work tomorrow, see if you can hit 200 and let me know if the cruise control works. And then I'll send you another
Who is
adjustment.
this tuner? Name drop this.
This guy, maybe don't, because
All I'm thinking is, officer, I couldn't have been doing 140. My cruise control was set to 130.
I wasn't even fast enough to set my cruise control, sir.
So yeah, my cruise control at the time was set as a minimum of 5 miles an hour or whatever. I don't know. And then it was up
Would
to
the
200.
gear ratio even allow that?
No, it would never do 200 miles an hour.
Dude, I started looking at
but
Outback
I
XC
wanted
gear
him to say no.
ratios and top speeds and shit. I
Yo,
was like,
Tanner,
there's no way.
Tanner, I'm just saying right now, no tires are balanced to go more than like 120 on a normal car. There's no shot. If he hits 140, he's gonna, it's like you gotta have like a high speed road force balance that's like set for like a race car,
I spent a lot of money on tires and wheel balancing for Pirelli tires.
I feel like we're really far left field here right now.
What are we doing? I used to balance my own tires and I'd make them go 1,000. It was the
I just have this vision of all of Dave's employees. You see
God
the
damn
wheel,
it, Dave, you've been drinking again.
you see the wheel doing 200 miles an hour.
Dude, that makes me. You don't still have that car. I was going to say, I really want to put that car in a lift
No.
and just turn off.
Off the record, I have an average of cruising at
This is on the record. This is
Plus
a podcast.
Yeah, this is recorded, unfortunately. I hate to say it.
faster speeds than the speed limit.
The Forester, the 2025 Forester, me and Tanner both know Its cruise control will go 90. You can set it a maximum of 90. It doesn't like to go any faster than that, though.
That's an improvement. That's an improvement.
My God.
Not when
I
you're
can't
getting
believe-
passed by semis in the desert.
Yeah.
My God. I'm just gonna have that vision in my head now of you like balancing a wheel at 200 miles an hour in the shop, and your employees are like, "What are you doing?"
We're not talking 200. I'm just saying, like, there were times I was cruising it past,
The tires
100.
expanding off the wheel.
I want to be a tuner now, so I can be like, Ryan hit 200 miles an hour. Tell me what happens.
Let me know if your cruise works.
Let me know if it enables it.
I
when
don't
you
know
hit
any
200.
Subaru that's hit 200, actually.
They're
I don't
not
know.
meant-
Anyone's,
They're not meant to do that.
we'll have to let people
Sure.
know. We'll have to ask out in the comments. Has any Subaru ever hit 200 miles
Yes.
an hour?
Yes, there are half-mile cars that hit 200.
Shit, I'm gonna die. Oh, I forgot where we even were.
Outback did it with a 2.
I just
I
here.
think
You know, I was gonna say before, Dave, something that I told you before is I had gotten pulled over. I was in one of my older cars, one of my Tiburons, and the cop follows me onto the highway after I just left Qdoba, and he pulls me over.
Just left where?
Qdoba.
Qdoba, dude.
Qdoba.
Qdoba.
It's
That's
Qdoba.
Qdoba.
Qdoba?
Qdoba.
Qdoba.
Wait, are we actually talking about the burrito place, or are you talking about a city?
Yeah, the burrito place.
Qdoba.
I
don't
thought
know.
you were talking about a city.
Yeah, you threw me
Qdoba.
off. Qdoba?
I'm from New Jersey, dude. Nobody pronounces things right.
Chipotle?
Qdoba.
I'm
So-
from Philly.
That
we
might
don't,
be
we don't
correct.
say
I don't
things
know.
right either.
Dude, my house, I'm like right by the highway. So I go to the mall, pick up a quesadilla. I get on the highway. I start driving. This cop follows me out of the mall, and he gets on the highway behind me, pulls me over right as I hit the highway. He comes up on me. I'm like, I had tinted windows and loud exhaust and I got pulled over all the time. So I was like, whatever, like just another reason. He comes up on me. He's a big dude. And he's like, what's in the bag? And I was like, what? I was like, what am I being pulled over for? He's like, what's in the bag? And I was like, dude, that's just a quesadilla. Like, I just got lunch. He's like, let me see the bag. And I was like, okay, I'm like 18. I don't know. I was like 7, whatever. I hand him the bag. I'm like, I'm telling you, like, here. He takes it and he goes, wait, here. Dude, he goes back to his car, he gets in, and he just turns his lights off and he pulls away and leaves. And I remember sitting there and I was like, no effing way this just happened. I was like, who do I call? Like, what do I even do? So I just called my mom and I was like, yo, you're not gonna believe this. I was like, I'm on the side of the highway. I'm like, this cop from town just took my quesadilla. And she was like,
Cop just stole my quesadilla.
and she was like, no way. She's like, who was he? Like, what was his? I was like, I don't know. It's like, I didn't even know what I was getting pulled over for. Like,
That
the
guy
dude
tailed
pulled-
you from Qdoba.
Yeah. And
He
so
got you, dude. He got you, dude.
my mom was like on the fire department. She called the town and like nobody would give up the guy's name. Like nobody, it was just like nobody could even believe that this happened. So then I go back to Qdoba and I go get another. I go back and I get back in line and I'm like, yo, I need another quesadilla. And the lady's like, what happened to your last one? And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, it just got stolen. Dude, I just was like, I've tried to fight that for so long and like nobody would ever give up any info. It was like
No one believes you to this day.
insane. Like,
The time a cop stole a quesadilla from you.
dude, I came home with the receipt. I handed it to my mom. I was like, yo, I don't know. Like, it's like obviously I didn't buy 2 quesadillas and eat them. Like,
Murderers have
Or-
became who they are from pettier reasons.
that's my origin story. I know.
They just walk into the police office. Just blow everyone away. What
We're
happened?
gonna look back on this
15
podcast.
years ago, a cop here stole my burrito. You're all dead.
You know what's funny? That cop's
my
still
God.
probably bragging about that. You know,
Yeah.
15 years ago, I stole this kid's burrito. And guess
What's
what?
the craziest
did
thing you ever
nothing.
did?
He
I
did
stole a guy's
nothing.
burrito once. As quesadilla.
I feel like
I watched him pull
it's
out a
like
Qdoba and
Super
I waited.
Troopers. Yeah, it's like Super Troopers. We're just having fun with it. Hey, how much fun can we have with these people that we're supposed to police?
Yeah. Dude, one of the craziest stories was one of our past episodes about the guy Steve, who he bought me breakfast because I had a Subaru. He saw me pull up in the WRX and he was like totally trashed. This dude like came from the bar. He smelled like alcohol, didn't have his car, but he like wandered in and he was like, sick car, dude. I saw you have the Subaru. Like, you know, he's like, let me buy you breakfast and whatever. And I was like, with my girlfriend, I was like, nah, dude, it's cool. Like, and he was like, no, really. He like makes us sit with him. He's telling me his whole story, whatever. We go to get in the car and he's like, hey man, I just need a ride. Can you just like hook me up? And I was like, I don't know, man. And he was like, come on, like, just give me a ride. I give him a ride. I go to drop my girlfriend off. I drop her at the school. And then he pulls out a gun. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm just really into guns. He's like, you know, my whole family has them. He just like pulls out his waistband. I was like, bro. I was like, what is going on? And dude, I just like, he had a gun. I just ended up spending the whole rest of the day with him because he just kept telling me where to go. And I was like, not trying to press him.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he took me to the bank. And then he took me to his friend's house where he jumped in the window and like stole his phone. And then I like drove him to the bank where he like turned it in for cash or like to the
Patrick
mall.
was he was a getaway
You're
driver
like,
for a day.
bro.
Yeah, for real. It was like
You were like baby driver.
it was like the craziest day of my life, dude. Like I will never do it again. I was like, yeah. Dude, the Subaru community is wild. The amount of people and like instances that you have and like that you run into out there, it's like insane. Like we were talking about Snowdrift, dude. Like there's people I've been talking to online through the community for 10 years that I'm out in the woods at this event and they're just like tapping me on the shoulder and they're like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, oh my God. I've known you for 10 years and like you're just here in the woods behind me. Like, you know, it's just so weird when like that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure most of you guys can agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of
Were you
people
guys
out
all
there.
on Naziak back in the day?
Yeah.
I was on I got a STI or I want a STI, whatever it was.
Do you remember the Unabomber?
Mm-mm.
All right, go on Naziak. There's like a whole Unabomber's manifesto. This dude was like, he hung out with us at Subi Fest Midwest, and like we got beers and stuff that night. And dude has stories from like traveling around the world because of forums back in the day and like meeting people. What, dude? One of the most ridiculous characters I've ever met in my entire life, but he's so cool. Big Ron. Yeah.
Didn't he just do a podcast with
No, he wasn't on there.
Yeah, he was on Flatirons.
He was?
Yeah, I was gonna say
last week.
I saw him
Yeah.
just like a couple days ago.
Yeah, he had a bunch of stories. I don't know if he would probably tell them on this podcast. They were completely ridiculous, very inappropriate, but awesome at the same time. But yeah, dude, he's a character. He was super cool, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah, man.
It
I
was
feel
kind of
like
wild. Like Subi Fest Midwest after the show, dude. I'm like eating at a restaurant with like Clint from Turning Concepts, OG Tom from Kartboy, the Unabomber from Naziak, and I was sitting next to Bucky Lassick. That was kind of a like this is like I get paid to do this. This is wild.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys miss from like the old Subaru days like that?
Yeah, just like deleting whatever you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that was so cool. Like looking back, the stuff that we used to be able to do in the community was wild. Like you just plug in, delete all the emission stuff you want, throw in whatever injectors you want, the turbo. Like I wish that we had like the level of knowledge that I feel like the community has now about making power 10 years ago. You probably would have seen a lot more wild stuff. Like the turbo technology has gotten further, the injector stuff's gotten further. Like there's better parts available now. Obviously, you know, you're limited with green speed allegedly or whatever, but yeah, I mean, that would have been cool. Why are you laughing, Matt? What's so funny? You and Tanner got the
Yeah, dude, it would have been freaking
Yeah,
cool, man.
Mark, totally.
Yeah,
I wish it
Mark.
was still like that.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Shut up.
Yeah. I wish it
Shut
was
up.
still like that.
I hate having to make every car to green speed standards.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to speak for Tanner and Matt, but I think there's a whole nother landscape right now. Like I was saying earlier,
Hey man,
where you know what,
I'm a man of the corporation.
being able to make clean, reliable power. I don't have to do the emphasis of, clean,
Emphasis.
reliable power that people have. But I think that, you know what, there's a new landscape. And I think that people have
Clean.
to understand and
Reliable.
work inside that.
Power. Green. Green power. All the power. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what can't we do now that could be done before?
Pencil.
You
whip.
tell us,
Thank you.
Tanner.
Well, I mean, one of the
Open source is still a very viable option.
No, it's not, because you can't buy Tactrix cables anymore.
Yes, I can go on eBay right now and buy one.
Yeah, I suppose you could buy a China one if you want. Sure.
Mark, you're an engineer. Just engineer your own.
Honestly,
you don't want to.
and
Yeah, Mark.
who cares where it comes from
3D print the
as
connector.
long as
It's
it
all
works
on
right
you,
now?
Mark.
I'm making it.
Yeah, why don't you make them? Company 23, Tatrix 4.0.
No.
The Marktrix cable.
Hey,
yeah, the
Oh.
Mark.
hey, Brian iWire. Here we go. We getting him on iWire. We gotta get them on.
Well, dude, iWire's not gonna do it because they discontinued harness merges because of the EPA. They're not.
You know, I
doing
got
anything
their
with EPA.
last one.
well. Hold on.
We-
For
we
context,
have-
I told you about
We
that.
have
I
their
know.
last merge harness at our shop right now. It's
They
actually in
got-
that shop.
I
That's
know
enough.
from Brian firsthand.
didn't
I
know
don't
about
want to like blow up and go out of line and say this, but
This is on the
they
record.
were operating in a very very tough landscape when you're selling people these harnesses, and some of these people, and Mark, you can appreciate this, they don't know what they're doing. They can buy the tool from you,
I
but they don't
disagree.
know how to use it.
I disagree with the merge harnesses because normally when people are using these merge harnesses, and by law you're allowed to do this, you can take newer engines and transplant them into older cars as long as they still meet the EPA or Clean Air Act criteria, whatever it may be.
Sure.
When you're taking an 05 STI ECU, you're shoving it into a 98 2.5 RS, in that ECU, you're not tuning that ECU. Even if you are hypothetically speaking, it's still green speed. So you're still taking an engine that meets clean air criteria, sticking it into an old car. It's not that people didn't know what they were doing. By doing that merge harness, you're still legally able to do that. There's nothing
I understand what you're saying,
illegal.
but they still
or...
I still stand by my point. They didn't know what they were doing.
Are you
These
talking
are
about the
people that
end
don't-
user or iWire?
These are people that no, the end user. These are people
Why are
that
we yelling?
that are using T-taps.
Well,
It's a heated
hold
topic.
on, Dave.
T-tap connectors and trying to like connect shit.
Hold on. I will argue this as well, because if average Joe wanted a harness merge, they had to pull the harness out of their car and then put it back in. Like I feel like in the grand scheme of Subaru like enthusiasts, they're pretty far down the pipe to be like, yo, I'm gonna go pull my
Mhm.
bulkhead harness. Like that's not like plugging
It's-
in an access port,
Yeah.
Like that's Dave. You don't you
Agreed.
work on these things for
Yeah.
a living? Come on, man.
Yeah.
There's a couple
I
things
don't.
you
I
gotta
don't
undo.
think that the average person who's getting, and especially with the price of the merge harness, I don't think somebody's buying a merge harness and then just half-ass throwing it in and being like, "Good enough."
How much was the merge? I don't remember.
A lot.
Like $1,000
I think
bucks.
they were more. I think they're like 1,500 to $2,000, depending on what options you opted the merge harness with.
It is
I mean,
amazing though,
my
like
thing with
how
that-
many of those they did.
Well, and one would argue how much time it
Yeah.
took them to build that harness.
Not long,
Yeah.
like
I
a
mean,
day
this
or
is-
two. They had jigs and everything for it. They already had the
Yeah.
pinouts. They knew what they were doing. It would take them a
Oh,
day
you,
or
you
two.
could say they already hit the pinhouse, but I'm sorry. How long would it take you to actually build a harness, even if you knew everything where you need to do it?
A day
But
or
with
two.
all the connectors.
I was gonna say
A day
he
or
is-
two.
I mean,
Dave,
they're-
I build custom
doing those all the
harnesses
time,
for my
though.
No, I
cars.
know. My point is,
Yeah.
so you want to pay an employee to do it a day or two wiring. You're going to charge $1,000-$1,200.
Yeah,
I had
I'm
the
not
opportunity
saying
to-
that's a fair price. I'm
yeah,
not saying
I
that's
don't
not a bad
argue
price.
with the price at all. It's the
Yeah.
availability.
I had the
Yeah.
opportunity to stop by. Dude, the amount of like process controls and poke yoke boards and stuff they have there, they would, if they really wanted to churn out harnesses, like they have a really tight ship there. They probably churn those things out. Like they probably had a person and that was their job who knew it like the back of their hand and could do it in. Like they definitely weren't losing money on it.
Yeah.
No,
But-
yeah.
They have a
Yeah.
really
it-
sweet stuff.
But it's the old classic, you know what? Grease Monkey somehow is turning out oil changes for $9.99, you
What?
know, and they're just killing
No,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if you want to come change my oil for $9.99, I'll be all about it.
That was like a horrible.
You lost me on that one, Dave.
No, they're heading that way. they're heading that way, and that
It's just like anything, any other product or service out there. Subaru repair shops doing engine R&Rs for X price. iWire doing merge harnesses for X price. It's no different. It's just a specialty that iWire was very good in.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess what I'm saying, my point, there's going to be a time where it's the classic race at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
My question
we're
with
facing
iWire
that right
merge
now.
harnesses
It's
and
the
all
race at
that
the bottom.
stuff is like, why not just not sell it to emission controlled states? You know,
That's
like
kinda the
obviously
question with
California's
everybody,
not cool, but like
it's
Colorado's not cool either
crazy.
now, because
It's kind of
Colorado
crazy,
said
like,
Colorado said we're going to double down on California emissions in the next 5 years. We're going to be double stringent. That's what Colorado said.
you know,
we were having this talk the other day, me and Tanner. Dude, the most un-Washington thing I've ever seen Washington do was no longer emissions test.
yeah, dude. So
Like,
have
that is
I
the
ever told you? Yo,
weirdest
I
thing.
got my 19WX. I got it through like a Carvana type site. They shipped it from Seattle, and it showed up here in New Jersey from a BMW dealer out there. And dude, it
did
had
it still have
no.
the homeless guy in it?
It had no cats. The whole car had no cats. And so I told them, I was like, you guys know it's illegal to sell cars in a state where they have to meet emissions. Like, you can't sell a catless car here. And they were like, really? I was like, yeah, dude, what do you think this is? Like, so I ended up writing them up like a $7,000 bill for like a whole exhaust and like retuning and everything.
You're
And they
that
come
guy
in-
that specced out OE cats, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
They cut me a check, dude, almost like $6,000.
Wait,
dude,
you bought the car and they cut you a check?
I got a 19 WRX. I got it for 24. It had
Yeah.
24. It had 24,000 miles on it. Things showed up. It had some work done to it or whatever, and yeah, it showed up with no cats. And they just, I priced them out a Cobb tuner. I priced them out the price of the tune. I priced them out the whole cat system, all of it. And then they were like, "That's a lot of money." And I was like, "Listen, I'll tune it, but you guys got to pay for the exhaust." And the exhaust ended up being like $57.50 or something. So they just cut me
And
a
you
check
left
for
the
that.
catless setup on it, didn't you?
Oh, I put the map high flows on immediately. I was like, yeah, of course. It had a full titanium Extreme TI whatever on it. I was like, hell
Nice.
yeah, I'm rocking this.
Send it.
So yeah,
Tomei is so weird in that regard.
yeah.
China.
We don't know if it's extreme or supreme.
So
Extreme.
It is extreme.
Tomeis are the worst sounding exhausts for Subarus, and I'll die on that.
I always thought if that was a typo and they just left it because they missed it.
Extreme.
Extreme.
Matt, you remember that BRZ that was on the dyno a couple weeks ago with the Tomei on it? My God, that was the loudest car I have ever heard.
I like how we called it out and we are like, when's the barbles gonna start happening?
Yeah, when's the crackle tune coming? Immediately right after
Just
that crackle.
tell us this is in for a burble tune, right? And then Junior's just he's just yes. Unfortunately.
Yes.
Dude, the thing I was gonna tell you in the beginning, Tanner, was I've had this 21 Super in my shop for days now. One of my buddies, he put SPL tie rods, control arms, everything aftermarket on this thing, and he put an iBox sway bar. Well, everything hits, nothing clears, everything is up. It bent the tie rods immediately the second that it was put on the ground and tried to get on a tow truck. Showed up, we get under it, control arms are backwards, everything is on like kind of messed up or whatever. But the one thing that we realized is that the iBox sway bar, not a single person on the internet can confirm what sway bar works with the MCS suspension, the racing setup, and the SPL, all of the steering and everything like that, all the pieces that come with that. Nobody can figure out why the sway bars don't work. And we have gone through a bunch of testing. We have the stock sway bar showing up this week just to see if maybe that's the problem, but it doesn't have enough drop and there's no way to fix it.
I know how to fix your problem. You should hit up this dude at Kartboy called Mark. They've got phenomenal end links, man. I'm sure they'll fit perfect.
Dude, we have the SPL end links. They don't work. It's crazy. They're like blocks, dude. They're hitting hard.
I'm giving Mark. I complained to Mark about the products, his products a lot, and it was a perfect opportunity. That
Mark
doesn't
sent
sound
help.
like a fun problem to have, though.
Well, dude, the MCS suspension is $9,000, and then everything else. I mean, this guy put $12,000 into this thing, and it's like nothing's right. Nothing works. It's crazy.
$12,000.
$12,000 all in. Yeah.
Well, I got some custom suspension issues I want to hit you up about, Mark. So,
Well, so
we'll
my
talk.
thought.
Mark doesn't make suspension that holds up past 200 miles an hour.
Hey, only has to 130.
What speed do the wheel bearings come out? It's full speeds.
God. Oh man, I'm gonna flip upside down. I can't.
Mark, this is what I was. This is
Mark, you're hitting the turbo.
I'm dying.
Oh, he's getting sucked in.
This isn't even a podcast anymore. I don't even know what this is anymore.
I don't know. Weren't we gonna talk about like the patents or something? Or
Yo, my mustache looks really weird upside down.
Look,
dude. Dave AJ's with editing this one, dude. He's on his own.
Have fun.
Dave AJ's with editing this one, dude. He's on his own.
Have fun, AJ. Hey.
Someone edits
didn't
these?
don't the car podcast
Dude, the guy AJ who edits his stuff, he already edited our episode, Tanner, and he was like, wow. He's like, this was a good one. I was like, I don't even want to know.
That's
It's
great.
Like, whatever. Oh man. Yeah, man. I mean, we're 2 hours in, so I think that this is a good point to call it because I don't know how much more I can take.
That's fine with me. I have more Hawaiian pizza calling my name.
I have a
Yeah.
hot take before.
My guts are
What's
starting
your
to get
hot
at a certain
take,
point.
Mark?
I have,
what's the
I have a
hot take?
discussion question since we've been talking about dead cars for like 5 minutes out of this 2-hour train wreck.
All right.
Okay.
If you could bring back one dead car, what would it be
Ooh.
in 2027 model year or whatever?
Is
it's
this
gonna be?
Hey, got it. That's
Subaru
easy.
alone, or is this any car? brand?
any car?
You know what? You know what my secret obsession is for a car that I really want that I'd love to get?
Chevy Aveo.
A Ford Escort Cosworth.
Cosworth.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
okay.
Yeah, the
boss
okay.
had
You
one,
brought
dude.
me
He
back.
sold
You
it.
brought me back, Tanner.
I want an Escort.
I was so against you until you said Cosworth. Okay. Okay.
You bring that back and then bring it to the States. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my boss had a left-hand drive Ford Escort RS Cosworth in the U.S. and he sold it in like 2010 or something, and
What a
used the
mistake.
money to start Company 23.
What a great man.
Oh, fun
Yeah,
fact
thinking of
too.
everybody.
Like I learned this. Yeah, he sold it, and then a couple years later, he was watching that old TV show Wheeler Dealers,
Mhm.
and it was his car, and it did like a thing on it. It was in California. It had
How
gotten
did he know it
busted a
was
couple
his?
times. Because he had like a very limited wing on it, and it, like he could tell it was his
He
car.
knew.
And there's like almost
You
no
know.
left-hand
You
drive.
know.
Mm.
When you know,
Yeah,
you
he-
know. As car
he
guys,
sold
you
it.
know it's your car.
He sold it for like 30 grand. It's worth like 100 now. So he's super like anytime you bring it up, he'll get super mad at you.
It's probably more. We were looking at the Cosworths, how much they go for on overseas, and it equates out to like 150 plus now.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I know someone that paid like 40 grand for a Cosworth BMW, Subaru, like had a Cosworth engine. It
Are
was a
they
whole
in
thing.
hot water? Isn't Cosworth in hot water right now?
I think a lot of companies are. I think
No.
We
Like
recently saw
Cosworth was like screw. I don't know if it was Cosworth. Don't quote me. There's a big company, and I want to say it was Cosworth that
So this
was
is what I
like
use bring a
selling
trailer
people
for.
engines, and they weren't.
The last auction for Cosworth
that's
RS
question.
went
Like I
for
said, don't quote me on it,
$72,000.
bro. I might buy one of these. I didn't even know I could buy these.
I guess my point is, I think that you know what? There's so many companies. I recently saw a small local independent Subaru. Or
That
not
was my
Subaru,
boss's car.
performance
Tell
shop here
me-
closing up.
That is not beautiful. I'd want one in white. I want a white one.
You know what?
That was
Let me see.
my
I'm
boss's
with you,
car.
Tanner.
He sold.
I'm with you.
Hang on,
White.
Tanner. They might
White.
have a white one. There's yellow, silver. Ooh, look
Dude,
at that
these
one.
are
That's
the
his-
coolest little things.
That's
Look
his
at that thing.
garage.
You know those things handled like a dream.
Martini.
Yeah, that thing's
I
sick.
really, if I could just have a car that
The
I
wing, dude, I love that wing.
can't get
Yeah, wing's good.
currently.
We've gotten
I
away
really
from
want
the
the
wheel
Mercedes one-
distribution.
Oh,
what?
the Mercedes.
Yeah, the
Yeah, those are
198.
sick.
That car is so dope.
Those look so good too.
Oh, look at that! Look at that fresh white, and it's up. This one's for sale right now.
How
It's
much?
at 56,000. All white.
What is going
The
on right
Kazi?
now? Why
I don't know.
is
It's flipping back and forth between all
it's
of
just
us.
flipping between people?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's crazy. It's
Hang on.
crazy times, man. I don't know.
Oh wait, what is it not sharing my screen? What is
Bro,
that?
No,
you-
you're
it
just
is like-
you're flipping all of us to the middle right now. We're doing a dance around.
Okay, there it goes.
It's
Yeah,
a
it looks
Russian
cool.
roulette right now.
Let me.
Bro,
Let me
that
power
that
that
is
in.
the one. That
Yeah, it
is
looks
the
beautiful.
one.
Yes.
This
Tanner,
is for
you're right.
sale right
You're
now.
right.
56.
I'm with you on
How
that,
much they
bro.
want for it?
It's the way.
Let's go.
I had
Let's
a.
go. Let's go.
Well, my SRT was down. My friend gifted me a 92 Escort 1.9 liter, and I beat the living shit out of it every day. It was a 5-speed.
Oh,
Oh my
Wow.
god. What the
That's a weird discussion for a different day. It's like that was one of my favorite cars to own because I did not give a shit what I did to that car, and it was a 5-speed, and you could just bang through gears and not care. The
What
car
are we
was so
watching?
cheap.
The
I don't
intro
know.
for the auction for the Escort. It's got your coordinates. I think it's his car.
Is that on
Okay, we need to
preview? What's
recreate
that
that
on?
with the
Okay.
next giveaway.
Done.
yeah, I wouldn't buy the car just on that. Yeah, I wouldn't buy the car. Oh my
you
god,
pause?
I really
Can you
hate
pause?
this guy.
Why does it look like every panel on that car does not fit right?
Not the same thing.
Like every panel on that car doesn't fit right. There's something just like a Kazi. It's been rolled at least once.
Yeah.
Like what is?
Dude, you're right. You want to see that? Click the link below. You can see all the panels not fitting. Tanner's fucking.
How much did this car sell
Easy.
for? How much did this sell for?
This one is for sale right now.
How much? What's the current bid? Is it on auction?
What's it on? Bring it.
Yeah,
Bring it to me.
it's on Bring a Trailer.
Tanner, buy it.
What's the auction?
current auction is up to 56,000.
We don't have anywhere to park it right now.
My garage.
We need to get rid of more cars first.
Yeah, we can park it at my house.
Yeah, it says the reserve hasn't been hit yet.
He probably wants like a stupid reserve price.
For like 70 to 80.
No, it
Yeah, no way.
didn't sell.
No way it's worth 70, 80.
No, that was for sale back in September. It didn't sell. If that's the
Yeah.
right one.
Oh, maybe. Let me see.
Bro, whenever cars go from auction to auction, they always go down in price. Always.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I guess there's. Oh, okay. I guess there is none that are active right now.
Why are we
That's
flipping
crazy.
between everyone in the center again? What's going on here?
I don't know. Normally I just share the screen and it's fine, but I think it's like battling right now. It doesn't know what to do. Let me
AI.
there we go. Let me do this. Shit. Dude, the car that I have always wanted that I want to live on is the Lexus LFA.
That's
a pretty
good
one right
there.
I love
I
love
if
it.
there's
Who doesn't love a good LFA?
if there's anything
Yeah.
that I could have in this world, it would be an original Lexus LFA.
I
And
had
if
a
I could
feeling someone was going to pick LFA on this list.
if I could have the Nürburgring one, that would be sick. Look at that thing.
I got
Oof.
s'mores trail mix from Target.
Bro, caramel cashew.
Isn't that what
Oh.
you get, Mel? Caramel cashew? I don't know. That's what Mark likes.
So
Yeah, dude.
Tanner, funny story.
So, if anyone wants to send Mark
guy-
a gift, caramel cashew.
Dude, 10 tenths, baby. So good.
There we go. The shop that I used to work at, my boss, he was on Pit My Ride. He used to do all the cars on Pit My Ride
Exhibit?
for Ford. No. And so, dude, this is a guy who's like got totally a crazy, weird past with Ford and everything. But essentially, he was hired to do all of the tuning for all of the Saleen cars. So all of the S7s went through his shop. So he still is friends with Steven Saleen, and they like work together on like the new projects and stuff. And whenever he has a weird tuning problem, they send it to my old boss's shop. And so my boss's son, who I worked hand in hand with, he had an 07 Mustang that he used to race at the drag strip. And he got Steven Saleen to give him the S7 carbon fiber seats to put in his Mustang, and this thing was sick, dude. Like fully built, like definitely, they dumped over $100,000 into this Mustang. And so his son wanted to get an apartment and live down the shore and like whatever. And so without telling his dad, he sold the car after his dad put all this money into it, the custom seats, it had everything was custom, dude. They were building this thing. And his dad like still brings it up. He's like, yo, you me out of my saline seats. I cannot believe you did that. That is so ridiculous. Like, dude, it's crazy, dude. Like some of this stuff that goes on, like I talked about it before, but like they have a specialty Roush Mustang in their shop that like I don't think Roush knows is still there. But like basically Roush had a testing of natural gas run Mustangs that they were doing.
That's
And
interesting.
they have like I think there was like 5 of them that were made that ran on natural gas. And my boss has one of them still in his shop. And one day the EPA showed up and they ripped all the natural gas out of it and they left the car. And so Jack Roush has still been asking where the car is, trying to get it back. And my boss like refuses to tell him where it is. It's like in his shop. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, there's so many weird cars like that you don't even hear about. That would be so sick to like see in person. Like, dude, I'm just walking through the dusty shop and I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh yeah, that was like a custom 105, like, nobody even knows it exists kind of car. And I was like, okay, you just have that here. Like,
Concourse.
Matt, what's your car that if you could bring back?
I have no idea.
It'd be like a 2000 Honda Prelude.
Matt would bring back the
Well, that-
SRT4.
The issue is that if it was available at one point in time, if you can still buy it, I don't think I would like recreate a car from the past because they'll probably just ruin it.
Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, like for me, like I wanted a Lexus LFA. They're kind of trying to do that. They're trying to bring it back, I guess. So like I want it as is though. I want it as it was. Like here's a better question. If they could make another production model, like if they could remake one more version of that car just as it is for you, you get one shot. They're gonna send you exactly the way it
2008
was.
Toyota Prius.
I would like to see another generation. I'll keep it with Subaru. I would like to see Subaru do another generation of the SVX.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Hot
But
take.
not auto.
Hot take.
I agree with that. What would you want to see in it is the question. As is?
Better be
or-
an EG33. It's God's engine. It's the only right answer.
Nah, dude, I watched this guy on YouTube. He keeps blowing him up.
Yeah, each Mark.
Blame the tuner.
Sometimes they're broken even before it goes in the car. So I mean,
Yo, our boy Ethan Hunter at ARA, he said that the H6s are the hardest to get their hands on, and he said it would make him the most competitive. So if you,
You know how
blow
many
one
I
up-
have sitting in my shop?
All right, well he's looking.
He can't have them.
Yeah. Dave, what car would you pick up?
He's trying to think about what'll go 200 miles an hour.
A car that the oil ingresses and then degresses out of. Tanner and Matt, we had a
We
conversation.
can't even hear Dave. He's just
Is
talking
Dave
to
on-
himself.
Dave, are you on mute or what?
I think what really excites me is thinking about what was potential with Subaru's current platform, even.
What are you doing so left field?
No.
What?
Well, you say what's my favorite Subaru? I say no. I think that Subaru.
What car would you want to bring back from the past?
That's what I'm saying.
dude, we should not have done this on St. Patrick's Day.
No,
Well, it was just funny because he said what really gets me excited.
What did? Okay, while I was gone, what did everyone else say?
I said the Lexus LFA. Tanner said the Ford Escort. I don't remember.
I don't
what
even
your-
think
your
Mark
answer
picked
was.
one.
I didn't pick one.
Matt, what was yours?
The SVX.
The SVX. So Dave, any car that's ever been made, they're gonna make another. They're gonna just pop out a replica in your driveway. That exact car, the way it was that year.
AE86.
Tanner left.
That would be cool. I would like one of those. Hey, you know what? They're all beat to down rusty. So Are you gonna drift it, or are you just gonna leave it as is?
I wouldn't say so much drift it, but I think there's potential to upgrade the platform. I think it's really
You want-
interesting where the current landscape is of what they're doing with not just, I mean, Subaru is already doing it and saying, hey, what's the legacy program looking like? You know? I think other companies are starting to say, you know what? There is a market in enthusiasm and people wanting to modify cars.
What's wrong with Mark?
There's a market in enthusiasm.
Well, there,
Dave.
it's
I mean,
okay.
popcorn, dude. I don't know.
I guess we're wrong. It's dying. You know, maybe we should all be talking morbid and saying, hey, you know what? Enthusiasm is dying. Nobody wants to modify cars. And
I think the
You know, you're actually not really wrong there, because a lot of people just want to do downpipes and tunes now.
yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
like the younger crowd doesn't care about cars as much as
I don't.
the newest generation.
Well, that's why
I
we
was
keep
saying this
talking about.
earlier. I think when you ask me the question, though, what excites me is, you know what? I think, you know what? There's a path to rejuvenation where all of a sudden people are actually getting excited about cars again. And the true enthusiasts are actually left. But
Sorry, Dave. You keep saying excited. You're getting excited. So I'm not. I feel like I'm already in my laughing stage right now. So, but yeah, I agree with you. Like you and I have talked about with the cars that people take to takeovers. Like, look at all you can go buy a Hellcat or whatever. Like, you can get high horsepower.
Subaru, let's just get a Hellcat and make more 900 horsepower. You know what? Why does anyone drive anything less than a V12? I mean, you're a fucking moron. And guess what? There's electric. Guess what? You can get an electric Tesla with two kids in the back seat playing Candy Crush on the iPads and going quarter mile in 9 seconds. So what is car modification anymore? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything.
Why am
We-
I'm
we don't
across
matter.
my kitchen and I just hear Dave yelling,
Yeah, dude. I
was getting a glass of water. What is going on?
Dave, if you think about
Well, I
it,
was asked what excited me, and then I was basically told, well, no one cares about cars, and I don't think that you're not wrong. No
You
one
know-
cares about cars anymore.
you know, the thing that I think about is, like, you think about like the parents that buy WRXs, right, or STIs, and then they pass it down to their kid and they upgrade, right? Well, what do they upgrade to? Something with more power. Something like they're gonna go buy an AMG
E58.
Mercedes. You know, you think
Let's go
about
buy a Hellcat with 900 horsepower.
Dave, why do I feel like you hate Hellcats?
Dave
Am
is
don't
I
hate
the only
Hellcats.
one that doesn't think?
I think it's interesting that the land. Hey, you know what? Beyond Hellcats or Teslas. Teslas are faster.
Are we skipping right over all the BMWs?
BMWs aren't faster than Tesla.
Look, I don't think we should get rid of street takeovers because I find the videos mildly interesting where they hit people and they fly like 50 feet.
I have to
I
say,
didn't know
I
people
don't.
could fly that.
I'm not a proponent of takeovers, but some of those videos are wild. Like,
Yeah.
there's no content like that on the internet.
know
Glad
what's
I'm
gonna
not
be good
there.
You know what's
Yeah.
gonna be good if you're on Instagram and you find a street takeover page and it's like viewer discretion. You have to click this button before we'll show you the reel. I'm like, yes, please.
The Instagram page called I Post Takeover Videos or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Dude, I took a whole day to just go through all of it. I hit the end. I was like, I can't believe there's an end to this. Like, but it's like, I don't support it, but like, man, they're making the content.
That's
Yeah.
entertainment.
They get a lot of
That's
views.
the landscape nowadays. Is how can you make the biggest splash? You know,
People don't,
it's not who actually put in the time. And that's the other thing. I'd be curious to ask you, Tanner, because I think it's an interesting landscape shift where look at Donut Media and all these other companies, and you know what? They pretty much lost through private equity all these actual people that were actually making the content. And guess what? All these people left, and within like overnight, these people had millions of followers without posting a single video because people followed the realness. They don't want to follow the. They're tired of the takeovers. They're tired of people going, yeah, I'm just here for clout. I bought a Ferrari and I wrapped it with a iridescent wrap, and so it now looks cool. So I should get content, and that should pay for my Ferrari. I think that's over.
I would like
How
to
do
know
we
the statistic on
think
how
about it?
many takeover vehicles are stolen. I would like to really know
Dude,
how many
it's
of
got to
those-
be at least a quarter of that.
Or just $8,000 for a Dodge.
If you really
Demon.
want to go find out, go join one of the striker groups on Facebook. They sell stolen cars all the time.
Dude, I love the car flipping page because I've learned all of the ways to illegally sell a car. Like those guys just straight up ask each other like, so I'm just floating this title today. And everybody's like, okay. It's like, sure.
I saw a video the other day. This girl got actually pretty much entrapped into for financial reasons. Hey, go into this dealership and ask them what you're approved for. And sign for it. And we're gonna meet you back out front and take the car and we'll give you money. That's the new scam right now.
Wait,
Think
what?
about that. Uh-huh.
I feel like we're missing a lot of details there.
Yeah, I was not following. How did
So
what happened?
they're sending women into dealerships, seeing what they can get approved on,
Or
get a
just
car,
people,
and then
just
someone
people.
steals it.
Yeah, can you get approved for a car and then we're just gonna steal it. And you'll get fully reimbursed. Don't worry about it. It's a new scam going around.
Like
They
insurance fraud?
reimbursed her.
Pretty much, in a way. But hey,
I'm
you
missing-
get approved for
there's
a car and we'll take
there's
the
a-
car.
There's a dot missing in between here. They get approved for a car and then you steal the car.
Who's taking the car?
Yeah, I'm confused in the process.
There's somebody else
like
coercing
thieves?
the person to get a loan for the car in
Are
their
they-
name, and then they basically steal the car. And you won't be liable because we steal the car.
And then
That's just
they
insurance fraud, man. That's been around forever.
and then they claim for the money on the car. is what
Yeah,
you're
it's
saying.
just insurance fraud. We do that Monday through Friday. That's normal.
Well,
Okay, all right.
Well, Tanner, I've been investigating.
That's
insurance
this
fraud
is
for, like,
off the
10
record,
years.
though, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Dude. I've investigated a lot of insurance fraud, like a lot.
Wait. Have you actually?
Yeah, my dad's
Okay,
business
so,
is, yeah,
Out of curiosity,
on the record.
this can be on or off the record. Let's
Okay,
say, for example, I wanted to change the deductible on a windshield, and I got a rock chip in my windshield, and I found out my deductible is too much. Could I go on my insurance, change my deductible, wait a month, and then file a new claim with a lower deductible?
I have to go.
Matt's gotta leave. Matt's
I
gotta
gotta
leave.
Is
Matt
it
knows too
illegal?
much. Matt knows too much.
Matt would
You know,
never do
it's-
this. I'm
It's kind of like when you go to a shop, right? And then you find out that your head gasket's blown, and then you don't actually pay the bill, so it doesn't go to Carfax, and then you go and sign up with CarShield for full powertrain coverage, and then you hit the mileage that you have to hit to get covered, and then you bring it back, and then they put it through, and now you've got
Give
a
you a
head
better
gasket issue.
example.
That happens a lot.
So is
My
the
boss,
windshield
my
thing
old
illegal,
boss, got. He was trying to turn the key on from Porsche, and it drove through the garage door, and he bumped it too hard, and car was in gear. Drove through the garage door. The boss did. He called insurance. And long and short, he made a profit. He bragged about this to me. And I was like, years later, I couldn't figure it out until I did. What he did was he had a private company quote him for the garage door, let's say the one garage door that was damaged, at $20,000. Insurance paid him out $20,000. He got all 3 garage doors fixed and brand new, best equipment ever
Okay, hold up. I'm listening
for
now.
less than $20,000.
He got a free garage. How do I do this?
So you have to have somebody basically quote you out more than what it's worth, in a sense, or
Yeah,
what is believable, what's believable, but they will do it for less. You see my point is?
That's how I got my high flow cats for $7,000.
Hey, I'll quote you $10,000 to do this, and I've
know
done
what?
this
We're
with
gonna
people.
We're gonna
Hey,
have
can
to
you
scrap
quote me?
this whole episode?
Yeah.
This is all off the record.
Can you quote me for $10,000? Sure, because it
Subaru
would be
podcast turns
$10,000.
into how to commit insurance
Catalytic
fraud.
converter, OEM, all these things, right? all by the book. But guess what? You know what? We're not going to do that. It's up to you. When you keep that check, you can do whatever you want with that money. So we quoted you for this much money, and you can do whatever you want with that money. And guess what? Our real terms are a lot less than that. But we quoted you for that much.
Okay, I love you guys, but I gotta go.
I haven't ate yet today, so I'm just pounding this popcorn.
Yeah, I think it was a good place to stop. I'm sure.
You could probably cut the last 10 minutes.
Anyways, I can't wait to see this edited down to size. It's gonna be great.
Have fun, AJ.
Here's how I got
It's gonna be
Everyone-
great.
Sorry, AJ.
Everyone in this episode is an actor, and nobody has ever committed insurance fraud.
That's not true. That is not true at all. Investigate Mark.
Yeah, dude, it was me.
Mark's the
Yo.
sketchiest one of us all.
Man, for real though.
I took notes on everything you guys said, so I can get.
That's what you were doing the past 15 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Have the
Need
car
a
run
couple
into the
garage
garage first,
doors.
okay?
Maybe a roof.
Claim it as
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
See, it's way more
Sick.
fully loaded than the car was. I added
Also,
all this stuff.
I'm just gonna like send my wife into car dealerships to buy cars and steal them from her, and then we make money or something happens there. And
We don't know the full
I-
understanding of
Yeah.
it, but we'll try it out.
I missed the connection, but yeah.
So Mark will probably be missing from the next one of these because he'll be in jail.
As ChatGPT.
That's not a bad idea. ChatGPT, connect these dots for me.
We're not going to see Tanner anymore because he's going to set his cruise control to 200.
Hey, Mark, if it's under $10,000, you can ask us for bail. If it's more than that, look elsewhere. Call Tanner.
I got you, baby. I'll bail you out any day of the week. Except
Awesome.
Sundays. That's God's day.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's closed.
Chick-fil-A. I was going to say God's chicken.
That's God's day.
Chick-fil-A's closed.
God's chicken. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say on the end of this one. Well, I want to thank Matt for coming on first time. And you know what? The way we have to end it is Matt, Dave's Baja is running on canola oil. And we need to know how long you think it's going to run. It's at 1,000 miles. We're going to 3,000, and then we're going to do an oil change.
I think it'll
It's
make
got
it.
It's got over 200K on it.
Probably
I think it'll make it. I think it'll make it. I think canola oil is slept on.
I do
It's
too.
got a lot of zinc properties in it, man.
Ah,
It'll make it to the oil change. I don't think that's
canola
blown up.
slept on, man.
That's
Now,
the first time I've ever heard that. The zinc properties. That's great.
Don't you run in your VB, Matt? It's like a 0-20.
No,
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
canola.
yeah.
What
Now
it's known for.
For science.
the question is, we've asked Tanner. He said to go to Olive Garden and fill it with olive oil next. Do you have a recommendation of what we put in it next? We have had baby oil as a very high recommendation.
Yeah, titty oil.
Can you run it on like a maple syrup blend?
Ooh, I would question that's more of a higher
Viscosity.
sugar content.
Yeah, but doesn't
I don't know that we
Doesn't-
want to introduce sugar content. I think that would just gel
I think
up.
I think
I don't-
for science, because I know when Tanner put the oil in his car, didn't your car smell like French fries?
And
So,
ours does.
I want
Ours
to
does.
see
Ours does for
some like
facts.
maple syrup. You don't have to put full maple syrup in, but some type of blend, and then
Okay,
see if it can
okay.
smell like French toasty
Ooh.
egg whites.
Okay, like a 70-30 blend you're talking, okay? Like 70-30 blend. Okay. Very, very interesting here. Okay. If we run a 30% maple syrup blend, it wouldn't fully gel up and it might smell really, really nice. You're right.
Yeah, you're gonna pull the pan. You're gonna have fried eggs and pancakes ready.
Dude, breakfast is
Oh.
ready. You're good.
For all the Karens in the comments, we already have another engine in our shed. Honestly, I've literally kicked my foot on about 100 times now going into our shed to grab something else. So I'm kind of tired of the engine sitting in there and we don't have any other use for it. So we've already dedicated it for the Baja if things go wrong. But man, you're right. That's a good point, Matt. I'd be really interested to see what, let's call it a 70-30 blend. I think that could be really, right on the money.
Yeah,
That'll work.
yeah. Yeah, we're still thinking about it. I think there's a lot of fluids out there, and our our one video on Instagram got like 100,000 views, and we've had a ton of comments on that one. It's been like pushing multiple different things, and so I've been monitoring the comments on that. Yeah, we're still figuring out what goes in next, but yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna go the full 3,000 with you. I think that, to be honest, $15 oil changes, I think that if it works out well, people should just, like, at the end of the life of their Baja, should
Run canola oil.
just switch over to Crisco brand and you're good, like, costs you nothing.
3,000 miles, what do you have to lose, you know?
At that point, you're just saving money. You're making money. It's but, alright, cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming on today, and, thank you everybody for joining us on St. Patrick's Day. I know this was kind of a crazy episode, but, this is hopefully gonna turn out good at the end of this.
That's okay. dude.
Yeah, man, I hope we get to have you on again because this was really fun. So,
Yeah. I am
Mark,
I'm down whenever, guys. So no, this was a lot of
sweet.
fun. Appreciate
Yeah,
having me on.
of course. And Mark, as always, we love you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You can never leave us.